EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Here's Stephen Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go from Cleveland.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Set. 180. 51. Up, up. Begin.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
20. Rip left.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It's John Simon with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Mayfield finding Beckham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let him know.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Brady gives to Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, D.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Watch Bobo. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
3rd and 14.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Hey, box truck. Check. All day.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to go down again. Mack Wilson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. Just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of the... And he's in! Touchdown, Browns! Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll run it. This is Michel. Space to maneuver at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll run with Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Hey, shoot. Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
I'm going back to you. Mike 51.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 51 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Brady. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
180! All you get is a headache! All you get is a headache!
Mayfield on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Screw draw forfeit!
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Brady, and a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
44, Mike. Check it, reload.
They do go for it. It's Brady. He finds an opening past the 40. He hits White, complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White. 72 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. First down, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, and he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Topper!
On first and 10, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47.
Take four.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 44, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. On 1st down, Brady. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target in the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And goes for a gain of 31.
Hey, exit. General West. 44 to Mike. Hey, both 66.
Into the red zone. It's Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Run. SOS.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34. They'll run. This is White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
21, Patriots 14.
90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Two times. Hey. You got 3. Three down.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 17.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.